So welcome to LNP Renewable System Director. Today we are going to discuss some of the basics of the electric vehicle technology part 2. Okay. So in this session we might be using so many abbreviations. Okay. So if you want any expansion of those abbreviations, kindly refer this part of all the part that we are describing you. Okay. When you're listening to the videos, if you have any doubts in the abbreviations, you can refer this. Okay. So what are the things that we're going to discuss in part 2 today? So how a torque speed characteristic of a gasoline or a diesel engine looks like, okay, and how a fuel consumption efficiency curve of a gasoline or diesel engine looks like, how a torque speed characteristic of a electrical vehicle looks like, and okay, how efficient curve of the electrical engines looks like, okay, and what are the high voltage components of electrical vehicle and how a electrical drive system architecture looks like. Okay, so if you have missed part 1, so we had created a playlist in our channel. So by going to the playlist, you can try to sort it out all the parts that we have discussed there. Okay, see here. So when we draw a curve between the engine speed and the engine torque for a gasoline, so this is how the waveform is. Means that it is trying to achieve a peak, and again it is coming down, and again it is trying to maintain. Since the speed of the RPM increases, okay, there are so many changes that are happening in the torque. And if you go for a diesel engine, okay, up to particular RPM it is trying to achieve its maximum peak. After that it is trying to be consistent, and again it is getting reduced. Okay, and if you go for a fuel consumption, okay, the fuel consumption of a gasoline and a diesel engine, gasoline is little better when compared to the diesel engines. It has a good efficiency, and if you try to draw the torque efficiency characteristic of a typical traction motor, that is speed and the motor torque, see here the torque is constant up to 1500 rpm, and again after that it is getting reduced. Since the speed increases, the torque is getting reduced. And if you go for efficiency map of a traction motor, when compared to the gasoline and the diesel, it is pretty better. So for easy clarity, we had provided both the torque characteristic of gasoline and diesel engine as well as a typical traction motor. So you can make a clear comparison of the things which is happening between the gasoline engine and the traction motors. So, and as a part of this, we need to know the energy generation of our developing country, mostly and in our India. See here, if we see here, the renewable part is around 21%, that is 70.64 megawatts. The renewable energy is playing an important role. The next world is going to be this. And even if we take the latest data, okay, of the installed capacity, okay, we have wind, solar and other resources around 1,18,080 megawatts. Okay, and if you're going for a solar power around separately in the generation point of view, we are with the help of solar power we are generating 73.483 gigawatts. See here, when we compare the CO2 emission, okay, with the other countries, still we need to push a lot to improve ourselves, and we are playing a very good role. Okay, and what are the high voltage components of electrical vehicle? So three more things are very much important. One is the powertrain, then onboard network, and the charging infrastructure. So if you get in depth into the powertrain, we have an electrical motor, we have a high voltage battery, and we have a power electronic components in it. And if you're going for onboard network, we have a high voltage distributor, we have a compressor, we have a PDC heater, and we have a DC to DC converter. Okay, and if you're going for a charging infrastructure, we should have a quick charger unit and also a onboard chargers. Okay, and if we get in depth into the e-drive system architecture, okay, we have a power electronics part, and we have a stator, we have a rotor, and we have a motor housing, and we have a gearbox accessories. And this is another more example of a electric drive system architecture. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and press the bell icon. If you want to know more and learn more, you can contact us. We are providing design, installation, testing, and commissioning support for solar on-grid, off-grid, and a hybrid application. If you had a plan to do solar fencing for your farms, then you can contact us. We are providing solar fencing as a kit. And if you had a plan to establish a DC lighting system where the EB power is not available, then you can contact us. We are providing design, installation, testing, commissioning supports. And if you're really interested to learn the PLC programming of Siemens, Allen Broad and Delta PLCs, we are providing those training along with the certifications. So you can contact us. And if you had a plan to work in GCC countries in the building management system or building automation system, then you can contact us. So we had provided the contact details here. And if you had a little plan to learn the basics of electrical vehicle, PAVA technology and access control system, then you can contact us. We have provided the contact details here. Thank you so much.